So, wollen wir weitermachen. So, wir waren... Gestern sind wir stehen geblieben, also waren ja eigentlich nur noch beim Café, haben uns da unterhalten und sind dann auf den Friedhof gegangen, um dann eventuell zu gucken, wie das denn mit der... was der Totengräber dann sozusagen hat zu verschwindenden Leichen, aber der war noch nicht so ganz überzeugt, uns zu helfen.
This is fresh. The ground is still wet.
For the wild ones, creepy to think that this happened so recently.
Yeah, the old man might have something useful to tell us about it. What's this?
Für Essen, Scherben. Okay. Puzzle. Kann jetzt nicht irgendwo ablegen. Nee. Achso, ich soll damit anfangen. Ja, komm. Das muss so passen. So, hier ist auf jeden Fall dann irgendeine Figur zu erkennen. Ich glaube, das müsste irgendwie. Jetzt will es hier hin. Ich habe den Part mit der Schrift noch nicht gefunden. Es muss ja halt ein schwarzes Label so sein. Das Ich glaube schon, dass es die für Metall ist. Ja. Muss halt nur ein bisschen versetzt werden. Das kann jetzt wahrscheinlich da. Ja, siehst du. Mir ist meistens immer so. Der Anfang ist oftmals das Schwerste. Ich würde sagen, das ist wahrscheinlich irgendwie ein Insekten. Links ist. Links das mittlere. Und links sind. Oh ja, hier willst du, ne? Ja. Jetzt die beiden Teile oben. Jetzt ohne Schrift. Für den mittleren Teil das Ach, guck mal hier. Ich habe zuerst gar nicht erklärt, dass es ein Gebäude ist, ne?
Let's see.
Distant light. What does that mean? A brand, a place?
Let's ask the old man and see.
Excellent idea.
Nice.
I don't like this. Not one bit.
Wieso ein aufgewühltes Grab? Ja, 1 Liter, das... Hey, das ist irgendwie... Da wurde ja auch gesagt, dass der alte Mann ein Säufer ist.
Even the moon seems bigger and more cryptic here.
I think it's for dramatic effect.
What?
You know, like in the movies and stuff. It adds to the drama, the mystery, the tension.
This isn't a movie, Marty. This is real.
Is that so? I mean, are you really sure?
Hm. 14,5 Schluck.
Poor guy. This shack could collapse at any moment.
I guess he takes his job seriously if he's willing to live here.
I know someone who lived at his workplace for weeks and was so cute and clumsy and trying to hide it. Of course, everyone knew about it, but no one said anything because they felt so sorry for the poor guy. I remember the first time I saw his drying clothes in the bathroom.
Marty!
You even wrote not working on the toilet cubicle and used it as a closet.
Marty!
Oh, and when Monica came in early and caught you building a bed out of old case files?
Marty!
Not even a bed, more like a nest.
Marty!
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Jeez, but it's so good.
Jesus. Wir versuchen, Sunny möglichst hart anzupissen in kürzester Zeit.
Poor guy. This shack could collapse.
So.
Are you looking forward to swinging around in one of these?
I know you're just pulling my leg, but I'm really thinking that after this is over, I'll just buy a little farmhouse and sit on a porch and wait for the old Reaper.
Come on. You're not that ancient. I mean, how old are you? 60, 70, something?
Asshole. I'm only 50.
Yeah, sure. You're 50 like I'm 25.
Then let's keep it that way. I'm 50, you're 25, so I can call you boy and you can call me sir.
Yes, sir.
Stupid boy.
Good.
No wonder he doesn't trust animals. I don't trust them either. I think we should show him something.
Das ist eine Knarre.
We found this piece of glass here. Can you tell us anything about it?
The last time I saw it, it was part of a huge bottle I got it on the head with.
So they hit you with a bottle which shattered.
Phew, you must be some kind of super cop to put that picture together. You know, bugs' heads are pretty hard. Mine especially.
Oh, yeah, we put it together. Literally.
What do you want me to say? I got slammed, and when I woke up, 2 more graves had been robbed. That's the story.
The attackers were from the hive?
You mean they were insects? Yeah.
And do you know who they were?
Oh, of course. While they were beating my head, we had quite a nice chat. I even invited them in for tea.
Okay, I see. Well, is that all you can tell us?
Oh, you're the detectives, aren't you? Do I have to do everything for you?
Good point.
Shut up, Marty. Maybe a few well-thought-out questions might help us here. The bodies that were taken, you said they were just buried?
I buried them myself, yes. They were fresh as yesterday's snow.
Goodness, hairy, feathery, scaly skies. Why would anyone need 2 fresh corpses?
I don't know. Maybe they'll eat them.
Don't be ridiculous, Joe.
Well, I was just saying what came to me mind.
How many bodies have gone missing recently?
Including those? 8, if I'm counting right.
Melandra said 6. Since then, there's 2 more.
That's 8.
That's 8, yes. Thanks, Marty.
You're welcome.
Thanks to you too, Uncle Joe.
You're welcome, lads.
On the bottle, it said, distant light. What does that mean?
Oh, good heavens, Lord of eternal light, help me.
A little more specific?
You know what? Forget the whole thing. This little injury is nothing. And the dead, well, they're dead anyway, aren't they? They don't care. Why bother?
Excuse me?
Look, forget it. Go back to town. Tomorrow is a new day and everything will go on, am I right?
You lost me, pal.
Just leave me alone, okay?
Just relax, my friend, relax. Tell me, what's the distant light? And why does it bother you so much?
No, just please leave me. Go back to where you came from.
Look. Look, we need your help. Someone's in a lot of trouble, and we fear the entire hive may be in danger.
What do you know of danger, huh? The distant light. There. That's where you'll find the danger you seek.
So it is a place.
Not a place, the place. The hive's darkest lair where evil lies. A place where a reputable bug like me would never set foot.
Yes, we can see that you're a decent bug. That's why we need your help. What do we need to know about this place?
I'm gonna get killed for this, okay?
We're not gonna let that happen.
That's easy for you to say.
We're doing this for all our sakes. The whole city, animals and insects alike.
Oh, all right. All right. I'll show you where to find the place. But there's something else you should know.
What's that?
The distant light is not just a place, and it's not even just a gangster's joint. That place is the lair of the Great Web.
The Great Web? You mean the Great Web? I thought it was...
Oh, a nanny's tale. I wish it was.
So the Spider Queen is real, huh?
And if she is behind the body snatching, then may the Lord of Light have mercy on us all.
Damn.
Well, what do you say, Sonny? It's been a long time since we've been on such an exciting date together.
That was well done.
What?
The way you handled that guy, the way you calmed him down, that was really good. I couldn't have done that better myself.
Hey, thank you. That's pretty rare for you, Boss Bird. I'm so moved, I don't know what to say.
Okay, shush, Marty. Don't get used to it.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
Speaking of Her Majesty...
Look, lads, you don't look like complete bird brains.
Thank you, I guess.
Believe me, it's better for me and for you if we don't continue this conversation.
Wenn Sie verstehen, dass Sie Angst haben, oder Angst sind kontraproduktiv, Sie müssen, ja, wirklich keine Zeit für so etwas. Sind Sie mir auch nicht so. Müssen keine Angst mehr. Nehme ich das.
Look, I understand you're scared, but fear has no place here. You need to help us.
I need to help. You animals are just rushing in here and we need to jump when you whistle, right? Well, you locked us up behind these walls. So, bugger off.
Oh, hey. You misunderstand us, pal. I mean, you have to help us because it's for the good of the city. What's more, it's for the good of the hive and all the insects. We're investigating missing insects for the love of the wild ones.
Okay. Well,
That's fucking dumb.
there's a little rhyme or reason to that.
Finally, thank you.
But if you want to poke around the Queen, you can already rent yourselves a grave here. I can show you a nice plot if you like.
Look, old man, we've dealt with all sorts of shady lowlifes before. What makes this person so special?
Oh, she's not a person, son. She is the web itself. She feels every little move in the hive from her throne.
Wow, this is getting more interesting. I like her.
Marty, please. Maybe a few well-thought-out questions.
Ist das doch was? Nee, nicht noch was. Okay.
Okay, just one more thing, lads.
Yeah?
Cremation or burial?
I'm sorry, what?
If they kill you here in the hive, what would you like? Cremation or burial?
Well, Marty's bulletproof, and I'll probably just turn to dust on the spot. But thanks for thinking of us, Joe. Means a lot.
Oh, come on, you big eggs. It's no big deal.
Have a good one, old bug. So, head to the distant light?
Or we just go home and call it a day while we still can.
You don't really mean that.
No, not really.
Well, then why are we still running our beaks? We need to go.
You got that right, partner.
Ja, okidoki. Was haben wir denn so? Das Wohnsitz, das Fernlicht. Okay. Cooles Intro, aber warum jetzt noch ein Intro? Ich war doch schon in Kapitel 1.
The distant light. Inviting for the locals, I'm sure. But it makes my comb crawl. Just to look at that collapsing neon sign. Could this be the last light we'll see? Or the light at the end of the tunnel? Still, there's nothing we can do. The trail drew us here like insects drawn to the flame. We have to find out who's running this place, and what she has to do with the disappearance of the bodies.
Ja.
Oh, shit. I didn't bring Bertha. We might need her here.
Your shotgun would only cause more trouble, believe me. This is not the hive it used to be, pal. Things have changed.
Oh, cluck in hell. I feel like everyone's staring at us.
Well, they probably are. You remember the rules, right?
Yeah, I remember. No looking up, no looking down, no looking anywhere. We should have come with paper bags on our heads.
If we're lucky, we won't be here long. But we need to talk to whoever's pulling the strings.
The strings.
I mean, the Spider Queen.
Ah, we're so gonna die.
Let's hope not.
So what happens now?
I guess we need to ask the locals where to find her.
Ah, great plan. Go ahead, take the glory.
You're not much help today, Big Bird.
But I am amazing company.
Huh, sure.
Das würde ich auch so sehen.
Do you hear that? The collective buzzing of thousands of insects.
What are you thinking, Boss Bird?
I don't know. I feel like I smell something in the air. Smoke and flames.
Are you seeing the future? Or smelling it?
I hope not.
Yeah, me too. Maybe that fine young lady can help us.
No flirting, okay? We're busy right now.
How can you say that? After what happened with Laura.
I just know you, Marty. That's all.
That was the old Marty. Now I'm married and heartbroken.
Welcome to the club, pal.
Is there a membership fee?
Just sweat and tears. Hello, miss.
Yes? Can I help you?
We hope so. Can we, get some directions?
Well, okay. What would you like to know? But quickly, please. I'm expecting someone.
We'll be quick, miss. We promise.
Calla. My name is Calla.
Miss Calla. What an exceptional name. So we're actually looking for the local, I mean, you know.
We're looking For the Spider Queen, Miss Zeneda.
Oh,
Oh?
well,
Well,
you mean you really don't know?
We don't know if you don't tell us what we might not know.
This is all hers.
you mean the joint?
The joint, and the street, and the precinct, and everything.
That sounds pretty serious.
It is. You have no idea how much.
Good to know. So, can you tell us where we can find her?
You can find out everything in here, in the distant light. That's all I can say. Although if I were you, I would avoid the place. In fact, the entire hive for that matter. Please don't bother me any further. Farewell, gentlemen.
I'm sorry, did we say something wrong?
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, we understand. Goodbye.
Yes? Anything else?
That's all for now. Thank you.
Sometimes I think it's the neon lights that hold this town together.
What? Are you okay?
I mean, if the last neon light goes out, it's all over. This whole mess just collapses.
Listen to me, Marty. I'm the depressed cop, okay? And one is more than enough. So you better get your crazy optimistic self working again. Because I think that's what's holding this town together, not neon lights.
That was genuinely nice of you, Sonny. Thanks.
You see? That's what I'm talking about. That is you. Let's keep it that way.
Okay. Sonny.
Hey, don't push it.
So,
Look at the size of him. All yours, Boss Bird.
Huh? What's up with you?
Nothing. It's just,
Okay, whatever you want. Chicken.
what was that?
I said you're a coward.
That hurts.
Swell.
so big boy.
Hey, big guy.
Yeah?
Tell me, what's your name?
Hank. Hank Hardshell.
Are you an athlete, Hank?
What?
Well, that's a Vector ball bat in your hand.
Oh, that? What about it?
If you're not playing Vectra Ball, you shouldn't be waving that around. And we need to confiscate it.
As my learned colleague says.
Did we say something funny?
Aye, that's a good one. Really.
Now listen here, you slimy.
Take it easy. Let's start from the beginning. We haven't introduced ourselves. Do you know who we are?
Chickens?
Yeah, but that's not what I mean.
Coppers, right?
Chicken coppers.
I'm good at this. I like guessing games.
Can you also guess what happens if you don't give us that bat?
I guess it stays with me.
The law is the law, big boy. I don't make the rules. But if you don't give us the bat, we have to take you in.
Okay. So listen here, chicken coppers. This is the hive, in case you didn't notice. You don't have anywhere to drag me. There's no PD here. Or are we going to drive all the way to the centre of town so you can stick me in a cell and hunch over paperwork till dawn for a wee bat? I didn't think so.
What? How dare you?
Okay, big boy. Fair enough.
Take this as a warning.
Oh, oops. I just shit my pants, cluckers.
Watch it.
Okay. Den habe ich so richtig gegeben.
Huh? Oh, you two again.
Listen, pal, tell me, you some kind of doorman?
What do I look like?
A snail.
What else?
A doorman?
Hey, I know what you're doing. The guessing game. That was a good one.
Wasn't it? I'm glad we could create such happy moments together. Can we go in then?
No.
Oh.
Okay, haben wir das ja geklärt.
Okay, so what do we have to do to get in?
Just ask me nicely and hand me your weapons. That's all.
What? Over my dead feathery body, pal.
Well, I can help you with that.
We're police officers. We can't hand over our weapons to you. It's the other way around.
Aye. And I'm a doorman. I can't let anybody in with a gun. Boom. We're at stalemate. What's next?
You gonna let him talk to us like that?
What do you suggest, Marty?
Oh, you don't want to know.
We'll be back soon, pal.
Good for me, I guess. Anything else?
No, nothing. We're...
So, okay.
Look, we really don't want to bother you.
So why are you bothering me?
That, slimy mountain of a guy at the door with the big bat in his hand.
Oh, him? Yes, so what about him?
Well, it's a bit difficult talking to him. It's like trying to have a conversation with a bowl of jelly. But you two seem to know each other.
Him and me? What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an assumption. You know, we're detectives.
Ah, yes. That makes sense, I guess.
So, do you know him?
Well, it's an exaggeration to say I know him, but, well, he's Hank.
Yeah, Hank. He's a very handsome fellow for a, pretty lady like you.
Pretty lady. Did he say that?
Oh, yeah, he did.
That huge, masculine body seems to hide a sensitive heart. And above all, a shy boy.
Really? Oh, hush my heart.
So, we thought we'd help him out a little. To make the first move.
Can you?
Would you like to talk to him in private?
Is it that obvious?
We're just humble detectives, ma'am.
Well, if you could put in a word for me.
We could try.
Thank you. Thank you, detectives.
Oh, it's nothing, miss. Our pleasure.
So, hey Hank. Ich hab da eine Info für dich.
Hey, Mushface.
You again? What now?
We were just talking to, Miss Calla when...
Miss, Gala? Hmm?
Yeah, the young lady. We couldn't help but notice that you're, eyeing each other.
Ooh, me? Don't make me laugh, chickens.
Ah, don't be shy, buddy. She's quite a lovely lady.
Aye, she is. I mean, I suppose she is. We've, never spoken.
What? Why, that's terrible.
It really is.
Something must be done about it.
By all means.
You think so?
Of course. The air is throbbing with chemistry.
Don't overdo it.
Listen, Hank, old bud. You need to strike while the iron's hot. Who knows if you'll get another chance?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
Of course we are.
Okay. I'll try to speak to her. Whew. You can do it, Hanky boy. You can do it.
That's the spirit. Get on it, you stud. I like it when things go well.
You mean when we manipulate invertebrates?
I just like to look at the bright side of things.
Well, be happy in your little world of pink.
Ha! At least mine has colors.
Ja, so im Endeffekt so, Moment, das hat funktioniert?
What is that stuff the insects use to hold their buildings together?
I'm sure there's a scientific name for it, but on the street, it's just called the goo. It's flexible, yet almost unbreakable. It's used to hold buildings together when they're falling apart.
And some buildings are built entirely of that stuff.
Very rarely. It's an extremely difficult and valuable material to produce.
They say that under the jungles of Torogo, whole cities are made of it.
It's just a legend, Marty. Don't believe everything you read in your magazines. So, are you ready? Or should I say, are you chicken enough?
Well, my head is still pounding, I'm nauseous, and I feel like this place is gonna kill us.
Now that you put it that way...
Come on, old bird. It'll be fun. Maybe the adventure of a lifetime. And besides, You started the whole thing, didn't you?
True enough. Okay, Marty. Let's cluck and do this.
Okay.
The distant light. We've entered another world. Ruined, run down, alien, yet strangely buzzing with life. Everything's different here. The smells, the sounds, the colors. As if the walls themselves were alive. I felt like a stranger, and yet it felt like home. There was something comforting about the place, even though I knew that the deeper we went into the hive, the harder it would be to get out. Was there poison in the air? Some intoxicating aroma that lured unsuspecting victims into its web? Well, it's time to find out.
Ugh, it stinks in here.
Clockin' hell, Marty. Pipe down, would you?
Can't you smell it? There's something in the air. Honey and poison.
Just trying to be quiet, okay? We're strangers here.
Okay, I'm not a complete moron. I know when to keep my head down.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes.
Right.
Okie dokie.
Out of darts, are we?
That didn't stop them.
Well, they're resourceful folk. Another door, man.
Same old, same old.
The Spider Queen doesn't take any chances, huh?
Makes me want to get in there even more. Hey, buddy.
Huh? What the hell are you?
We're chickens. That's enough for now, but say, kid, what's behind that iron door?
For you? Nothing.
Well, if there's nothing there, we might as well check it out, right?
What are you? Some kind of suicide chickens?
Now that you mention it...
No way you're gonna let us in, right?
That's your first sensible sentence, Bird. No, not a chance. So fuck off.
Why don't we just mention Zenaita's name? Maybe then he'll let us in.
You think so? Oh, we'll get a free ticket to the other side.
The other side of the door?
The other side of living.
Oh.
Oh, oops.
Yikes.
We don't want to end up like that.
Oh, maybe it's just new wave art or something.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, Spider Boy.
He'll be our man. Bartenders always know what's what.
I can't wait for you to be wrong.
What?
What?
A clean glass of tap water, my good man.
I see I'm dealing with real gentlemen here. There are two things I can't offer you, I'm afraid. One is clean, the other is water.
And what would you recommend on this fine evening, Mr...
Ender. Dart Ender. Well, we have mead, and whiskey. But I wouldn't recommend that, so mostly mead.
Well,
Oh,
that's
meat is
quite a
good.
selection. What'll it be, Marty?
on second thought, I'll give this one a miss.
My friend is teetotal today, and, well, mead isn't my cup of tea. But since we're here, maybe we'll have something else.
And what would that be, amigo?
Information.
Oh, buzzy hell. So you are cops after all?
We never said we weren't.
You want to get yourselves killed? You know who owns this place?
You mean the Spider Queen? Well, it's gonna take a little more than an 8-legged urban legend to scare us.
You think I don't know who you are? Pretty much everybody knows, even if they'd rather deny it. But star cops or not, this isn't your league, boys. Sorry to disappoint.
So what do you suggest, amigo?
Honestly? Get the cluck out and never look back. But knowing your reputation, that won't happen, right?
We're the kind who need to be thrown out.
It happens almost every day.
I thought as much. So, for the fun of it, maybe I can help you out. But no promises.
Then I'll take that as a promise.
Well, you're that ever sour, obnoxious, loud-mouthed, insufferable, but still weirdly charming kind of character, huh?
Exactly.
All right. Ask me anything you want, but make it quick.
Okay.
No more questions for now.
So.
I don't want to be indiscreet, but doesn't a spider have 8 limbs? Because if I'm counting right, you have 4 arms and 2 legs.
Yeah, that's 6. Your maths is exceptional, Detective.
Did you fight in the war?
No, but that's what I usually say when I'm asked.
Then what happened?
If you really want to know, I sold them.
Yeah?
But I've still got 2 little stumps in the middle of my back.
Ouch.
I was broke, you know. There were some crooks from Clawville who paid top dollar for insect limbs. That's just the way it is these days.
You sold them to be eaten?
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for saying it out loud. That makes it so much easier for me.
Ugh, Cluck, sorry.
I'm used to it. Any more anatomy questions, boys?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Neato.
What about that nice little cockroach at the door?
One of the Queen's guards. Quite intransigent fella. When I open the place, he's usually there. When I close, he's still there. It's like he never eats or sleeps.
Could he be a robot?
Oh, what now?
I read it in Tomorrow's World Science Fiction magazine. You know, a machine being that lives forever.
Please stop filling your already tiny brain with so much chicken shit, Marty.
You're not my mom.
Lucky me.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Ask away.
Yeah, all right. Here we go.
Okay.
Careful, Sonny, or you'll end up just like him.
Careful, Sonny, or you'll end up just like him.
Hey, get out of my head.
It's too late. I've seen everything.
My condolences. The guy's all messed up.
Oh.
That's not the right way.
Yeah, if we're not battering rams.
So, sonst noch was?
Do you think they keep the expensive porcelain behind that?
Maybe they're hiding priceless archaeological artifacts.
Or having illegal cockfights through there?
Or a secret den with naughty ladies.
You wish, huh?
Feathers! I'm a married man.
Are you?
Well, at least I was yesterday. I hope I still am.
If not, I'll marry you.
Aw, thanks, Boss Bird. Where do you stand on bribery, pal?
I don't know. You can try if you want.
How much you got on you, Sonny?
Not much. $5 maybe. And you?
About 10, I think.
Well, that's 15 already.
Now, get the fuck out of here while I'm talking nice.
Oh, gut.
How do we get down to the Queen? I guess that big metal door would be the way.
There's a casino down there, but it's for VIP members only. For the big dogs, you know. I mean, not literally. There aren't any dogs here.
What do we have to do to get down there?
You just have to be interesting or significant enough. Simple as that.
Clawville's most famous cops aren't enough?
Here? In the hive? No, not really.
That hurts.
Sorry, boys.
Any other ideas?
Maybe ask Douglas, the pianist. He was a regular down there until he was banned for stirring up some shit big time. I don't know. You'll find a way. Use your bird brains.
Don't be birdist.
Don't be a hypocrite.
He's not wrong.
Shut up, Marty. This Douglas fella, what else can you tell us about him?
He's a bit of a loner and a drunkard, of course. He says he's a bar pianist, but no one's seen him play the piano in ages. He usually just stares at the thing and sighs.
Ah, poor guy.
Don't feel sorry for him. He's supposed to be a real scumbag. I don't know him personally, but I know he used to move in quite influential circles before he got this low.
I see. Well, thanks, Bart.
Haben wir jetzt hier einen Pianisten?
We're not gonna talk our way through this one. We need another option.
Okay. Ach, das ist das.
Hey, buddy.
Oh.
Hello? That's hopeless.
Yeah, but we need to wake him up somehow.
Got any more of that miracle stuff, Sonny?
You swallowed every last drop.
Then why the hell are you still carrying that flask around?
Because it means a lot to me.
Wait a minute. Who gave it to you?
Yeah, that's enough. We got work to do. Leave me alone.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
But the idea is good, Marty. We need something strong to bring him back to life.
Das ist doch was für ein Whisky jetzt hier, ne?
This Douglas fella is quite a drinker, eh?
You guys are detectives or something?
Well, you can see we're professionals. So, what does he drink?
A flaming ginger honey spit, usually.
What now?
But if you really want to wake him up, I recommend an extra double pepper slap.
Oh, I can slap him without the pepper, buddy. That's not an issue.
Then give me an extra double pepper slap.
Here you go. On the house.
Das war echt nett von dir. Yeah.
What? I'm awake. What's that smell? That smell? Is that a...
An extra pepper double slap, I think.
Are you trying to kill me?
If we really have to.
Keep that nasty stuff if you want. I'm sobered up from the smell of it.
Okay, then we'll put it back.
Wait, I mean, if you already have it, then maybe just a sip.
Sure. Go ahead. Everything all right, pal?
Oh,
Is his head going to explode?
I'd like to see that.
oh, that felt good. So, what the flappy hell do you want from me? And who are you anyway? You're not even insects.
Eagle eyes. You know you're not an insect either, right?
Of course, but that's different. I live here. I was born here. I'm an honorary insect. Or, at least, I was one.
Okay, Mr. Honorary Insect. Are you Douglas?
Douglas A. Fry, at your service. And you are?
Just two simple, innocent birds who want a word with the Queen.
Oh, I see. Well, goodbye then.
You're not going anywhere.
Come on. You seem like a perfectly nice, normal guy. Would you mind helping two other birds in trouble?
You know what? I like you, big white guy, but not you.
Hey, thanks. You hear that, Sonny? He likes me and not you.
I'll bring flowers to your wedding.
I knew my good heart would take me to my grave. Okay, so, what exactly do you want? I knew my good heart would take me to my grave. Okay.
Tell us about this place.
Ah, the distant light. This used to be the fanciest joint in the whole hive. Expensive drinks, gorgeous women, live music every night.
But then something happened.
You happened. All of frickin' Clawville, the Segregation Act, the King's brainwashing, walls around the hive. I could go on.
Hey, keep it down, buddy.
Everything's ruined. The shops are closed, misery everywhere. The police are nowhere to be found, riots, crime. But do I have to explain this to you, of all people?
Sorry to hear that.
Chicken shit.
If we weren't sorry, we wouldn't be here investigating on behalf of an insect.
An insect, huh? Maybe someone killed a fancy warm blood and you blame it on an insect, eh?
No, an insect is missing, and we're gonna find out what happened to him.
Would that make you the good guys?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but we're trying.
Well, good luck with that, lads. You know the hive likes to keep its secrets.
We heard you were a regular down there.
Indeed I was, back in the day. You know, I was the Queen's personal pianist.
What happened?
I had a fight with someone and I broke my hands.
How?
Well, I hit a guy in the head and, you know, these insect guys are hard as a rock.
I see. We're sorry to hear that. And then?
The Queen threw me out. Since then, I can't go down anymore. I'm done. All my prestige is gone.
And is there anything we can do for you?
Can you get me a new hand?
I mean, we can try.
Oh, don't bother. I'm getting used to it. I just miss the music. Soon I'll drink myself to death.
We'll see what we can do, buddy, but in the meantime...
Sure, ask away, do your thing. I don't care anymore.
So how do we get down to the Queen?
I don't know why you want to die so badly, but it's your problem. So, there's an old code. Maybe it'll help.
A code, like in spy movies?
If you say so.
Now let's hear it.
Hey, not so fast, lads. You want something? You gotta earn it.
Oh, for cluck's sake.
If you can beat me at my favorite drinking game, I'll tell you.
Sonny, over to you.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What?
You know, partner, it's funny coming from you after tonight's events.
Hey, that was a one-time thing.
Yeah, I know. It always starts with a one-time thing.
If you're too much of a chicken to do it, maybe you can try my world-famous hive quiz. Or get lost. It's your call, but if you win any of my games, I swear I'll give you the super-duper secret password.
All right. Maybe we'll give it a try.
Okay.
So, what's it gonna be, lads?
So, okay. Also, Frage, wollen wir das Trinkspiel spielen oder das Insektenquiz? Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass das Trinkspiel wahrscheinlich leichter ist, aber den Nachteile haben könnte. Ja, ich probiere mal.
So, what is this hive quiz?
I knew you guys were tough cocks. Now, you can prove to me that you can find your place in the hive like I did back in the day.
Oh, yeah? Did you win an infantile quiz game too?
What? The hell I didn't. Why would I do such a foolish thing?
Ha ha ha. Well, go ahead, shoot.
All right then, but I warn you, any question you get wrong twice in a row, that's the game over for you.
Okay, just do it.
First question. What is the name of the material that insects use to strengthen their buildings? Yeah, good answer. Although a day-old chick would have known that.
Thanks. Next one.
Question number 2. What is the hive's well-known nickname?
Kakerlakenstadt, Schleimingen, Käferstadt.
That's good. But no, that's not the right answer.
Ah, bird shit. I was just getting the hang of this.
Okay.
So, what's it gonna be, lads?
So, what is this?
Yeah, good answer. Although a day-old chick would have known that.
Thanks.
So,
Good. You got it right, boys. There's just one question left.
Let's get to it.
Last question, chicks. What was the name of the first governor of the hive? Correct. Good answer. The hive has never had a governor because it has never had any autonomy.
Yeah, we're geniuses.
Like in kindergarten.
Here's a password. I wrote it down for you on a piece of paper.
Thanks, Douglas.
okay. Große Käfer, Bakterien mit Kätzchen. Okay. Dann wollen wir das mal benutzen. Hier.
What's up, meat sacks?
Meat sacks? That's not nice.
Your master's expecting us.
Well, what? I don't have a master.
We don't need the tango, okay? We know all the dance moves, and we know the password, too.
Yeah, the bronze beetle bakes a brownie before breakfast.
What now?
What now?
Just because you pulled a silly rhyme out of some drunken schmuck, I'm supposed to let you in? Ah, give me a break.
But that's the way it goes, right? In movies and books and...
Just get the fuck out of here while I click it nicely, okay?
Listen, pal, if you don't want any trouble, you'll let us in. It's that simple.
Am I supposed to be scared now? Ha! I eat little shits like you for breakfast.
You eat shit for breakfast?
What?
Okay, come on. Let's do this.
I'm gonna kill you, meat sack.
Enough.
That?
Was...
The Queen.
Costa, send them down.
Yes, Your Highness. Okay, you got lucky, boys. Go down while I'm in a good mood.
Thanks, bug boy.
Hey, we don't use the B word around here. Am I clear?
Okay. Let's go, Marty.
Boy oder Buck?
I see. Welcome, detectives. Shall we begin?
The smell of cigarette smoke and cheap mead gave way to something else. An intoxicating woman's perfume mixed with a musty, lush aroma and the essence of expensive liquors. It was as if we'd suddenly descended into another time, we were standing in front of a throne, occupied by a real queen, as if she'd just stepped off the canvas of an old painting. I felt dizzy. I've been in some tough situations in my life, but this time, I shuddered. Would we ever get out of here with our feathers intact?
Welcome to our humble abode, detectives.
Humble? I have a different definition of humble.
Mr. Featherland, we used to live in a huge castle outside the Hive. Compared to that, this hovel is an insult.
Well, an underpaid cop like me would kill for an insult like this.
Come on, Mr. McChicken. Don't be so modest. You've got a quaint little apartment in Hollow Street with a lovely wife. You should be proud.
Wait, what? But how do you know that?
Oh, no need to be frightened, gentlemen. But they call us the Great Web for a reason. We can feel even the smallest vibration of the city from our throne. Our silk threads are everywhere.
Now we can sleep peacefully.
It's the plain truth. And you, dear detectives, are in the truth business, are you not?
According to the book.
And to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, gentle birds?
We're looking for an insect that died, then disappeared.
Ah, I see. Well, make yourselves comfortable. Look around. Snoop. I can sense your hearts beat a little fast. Calm down first, and then we can talk.
You can sense our... But
we'll do just that. Thank you.
Okay.
It's like they're looking at me. Ugh. They have too many eyes for my taste. Maybe after talking to Her Majesty, we'll be needing a couple of stiff shots. Perhaps a tad extravagant. Ugh, she gives me chicken bumps. Her eyes, I can't look into them, which could be a problem because she's got a lot of them and they're all staring at me. So, can we ask you a few questions?
First, you have to answer us. Why are you so interested in the fate of a mere insect? Did it hurt one of your kind?
Not at all, ma'am. We were hired by someone. A widow.
Oh. So you're altruistic crusaders?
Maybe we were just bored, ma'am.
I've heard you boys have been stirring up a lot of trouble over the last 2 decades. Perhaps this time, you've delved too deep into the hornet's nest.
You think so?
We're certain.
We'll see. If you don't mind, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Be our guest. We have nothing to hide.
Appreciate it. That's quite a throne you've got there.
Why, thank you. It was our late grandmother's 200 years ago.
Whoa, wait, then how old are you?
Do you think it's appropriate to ask such a question of a lady?
For cluck's sake, Marty.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But it is a really beautiful chair.
You're funny. We like you.
Thank the gods.
What can you tell us about the current state of the Hive?
Did you come here with paper bags on your heads? Have you not seen with your eyes?
Well, we'd like to hear it in your words.
As you wish. Since the Segregation Act, our people are suffering more than ever. We are eating ourselves alive. You may think we're being figurative, but we couldn't be more literal. We're running out of flesh, of life, of soul. But before that happens, our patience will run out.
The Segregation Act wasn't good for business either, right?
Correct. We don't want to be seen as the selfless grande dame, or everyone's fairy godmother. No. We were running a thriving business.
You mean a thriving criminal business?
Call it what you like. It was blooming, but the blossom eventually withered. Now we are suffering like everyone else. The Hive is an oil barrel, detectives. And Clawville, a crazy old fool with a match in his hand.
Is the barrel gonna explode?
And with it, the old fool.
Well, thanks for your honest opinion.
Not mere opinion. This is our future, gentlemen.
Okay.
Tell me, do you remember a pianist called Douglas?
He's right above us, even as we speak. He's either drinking his tears or some hard booze.
Was he really your personal pianist?
Something like that. We loved him and the way he played, full of heart. But we couldn't tolerate his erratic behavior any longer.
Who was the guy he got into a fight with?
A fiancé of mine at the time. He's dead now. Douglas. That silly little thing. He was always madly in love with us. He put that in his songs. And that's why we loved him. But he was jealous.
Jealousy is a terrible demon.
It is, detective. It is.
There's no hope of letting him back in?
You pity him, right? I can understand that. It happened to us, too. We let him back, but he can't play or stay sober.
If we could help you with those two things, would you take him back?
Perhaps. But why would you do that? What did he promise you?
Nothing in the world. We're just trying to be good birds, that's all.
So the tales are true after all.
Well, we're talking to a living legend too, so tales can be true.
It's a deal, then. If you can find a cure for his hand and his heart, we'll welcome his return.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Okay.
I don't want to get drunk. I mean, not now, and certainly not in here.
Gut, haben wir sonst noch was?
Are you ready to go a little deeper?
Oh, you mean you're going to interrogate us?
That's one way of putting it. I prefer to call it a controlled conversation.
Interesting. You seem like a rough, crude fellow at first glance. But underneath those ruffled feathers, you have a rather sophisticated soul.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Especially the ruffled feathers part.
Our pleasure. Well, shall we begin?
I'd be delighted.
Okay, jetzt kommt die Spannung.
The Queen seems to like us, but that may be a simple disguise. In any case, a veteran criminal like her is probably harder to break than to open with the right honeyed words. Boost her ego. That can be a solid tactic. But either playing the good or the bad cop, nothing is impossible if you ask the right questions in the right tone.
Be forewarned, detective. What you learn here may shake everything you've ever believed in.
You think I believe in anything? It seems your famous senses have failed you.
We'll see, Mr. Featherland. We'll see.
Okay. Das ist mehr... Aufmerksamkeit zu erwecken, aber tatsächlich beobachtet sie jede Aufmerksamkeit. Ihr Körper gibt mir ein ungutes Gefühl, ihre Hände bewegen sich sanft, als ob sie Stand befände. Der Hang wirkt altmodisch, ist aber in tadellosem Zustand. Dem steht aus der teure Seite, dass man damit wahrscheinlich ganz speziell wird. Wir sind von sich sind, wie kommt es, dass sie von sich selbst in Echtzeit sprechen? Worte.
Miss Zeneda, may I call you that? Or should I stick with the Queen?
As you like it, dear Inspector. We didn't give ourselves the name of Queen, but we're used to it.
Does that appease your vanity?
You are very observant, Mr. Featherland. We are rather vain, yes. We admit to few faults, but this is certainly one of them.
What else do you consider a fault?
Honestly, letting too much responsibility fall on me over the years. But it's too late now. We can't quit. We're sitting in the middle of the Great Web, and if we disappear, the web will collapse, and many who live on the web would fall.
And would that be so bad?
You have no idea how many people in the Hive depend on the existence of the web. So, yes.
Oh, thank you for your honesty.
And we thank you for daring to ask in such a bold yet polite manner. In your line of work, that's quite rare.
Let's get to the point. Bodies are disappearing from the cemetery, and the clues have led us here. What do you think? Why?
You're not playing games. We appreciate that.
Ich konnte das nicht auswählen, von daher.
Yes. In a way, we understand that some clues could have led you here. But those can be misleading. We know nothing about the missing bodies.
You don't know about them, or you have nothing to do with them. Big difference.
There is a big difference. We've heard things. The Great Web is everywhere. And every little bit of information makes its threads twitch. But no, we have nothing to do with them.
So, Joe wurde niedergeschlagen. Er ist gerade im Leben davon gekommen, bis etwas. Es wäre fast jedem Film gestorben. Die Schütze. Jemand wurde mit einer Flasche angegriffen, die offenbar für diese Stadt sind.
A cemetery caretaker named Joe was knocked down. He barely made it out alive. You know anything about that?
Oh, we know the graveyard beetle. The old stubborn fool. But he's a good insect nonetheless. We won't hurt him if he doesn't cross us.
Has he ever done anything like that?
Not that we know of.
So you have no idea who could have attacked Uncle Joe, and why?
Oh, we never said that. Merely that we didn't do it.
Oh, you're a smart player, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank you very much for the compliment. And if we may make a compliment too, we are glad that you care so deeply about the fate of a simple, old insect.
It's my job.
No. No. It is not.
So. Als sie den verletzten Onkel Joe Den verletzten Onkel Joe, das Fanlicht erwähnt und bekam eine schreckliche Angst. Glauben Sie, dass das Glas nicht in der
When we mentioned the name of the distant light to the injured Uncle Joe, he was scared to death. Why?
This used to be a dreaded place, and for good reason. Now, it's a derelict shadow of its former self. A pity, right? But anyone who hears of it and is as old as Uncle Joe is right to shiver. Memories are strong.
So it's an open secret that the Great Web is nesting here. The Hive's legendary and infamous criminal organization.
An open secret. I wouldn't even call it that. It was never a secret, because we had no reason to keep it as such. We had nothing to fear.
The police never got their hands on this place. Am I right?
Just as you say. But it is not the police we need to be afraid of.
Nehmen wir mal an, dass sie nicht getan haben. Nicht verhindert. Jedenfalls vielleicht eine frische Spur, die geführt.
Suppose I believe that it wasn't you. Why didn't you take action against it?
You still think we're the feared and dreaded vigilantes of the Hive. Unfortunately, those days are over, Inspector. The Great Web is now more of an information center than a real, viable enterprise.
But information is power, ain't it?
Indeed, it is. But much more so for a place that is not cut off from every other part of the world. We've been enclosed, Mr. Featherland. So the world is slowly but surely passing us by. Unless...
Unless you do something about it.
Yes. But that's another story. You know, the people of the Hive don't need the Great Web to express their feelings. Especially their anger.
A Hive-sized rebellion, for example.
Of course, neither the city nor the Crown wants that. In fact, we don't want it. But sadly, we are no longer the most powerful in the Hive. There are others who say how things are done.
Okay, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who has the reason and the power to do such a thing?
The Golden Fang clan is well entrenched in the Hive. Thanks in part to them, much of our business is no longer, how shall we say, profitable.
The clan, huh? I heard they've been pretty quiet lately.
The fact that a criminal organization doesn't openly blow things up doesn't mean they're not very present, as you well know, Mr. Featherland. And for all we know, you and your partner are very much responsible for the existence of the clan in the first place.
Really? Please, enlighten me.
If the Wessler Empire hadn't fallen, the smaller clans that then waged war for power would never have been born. Am I right?
The Wessler Empire, huh? That was an old case, Your Majesty. If we hadn't stopped that threat, we might have been in even bigger trouble.
Oh, you really think so? That it could be worse than this? The whole city was ravaged by gangs feuding over the remnants of the Wessler Empire. These gang wars have consumed all the attention of the Crown and the police, leaving nothing left for the Hive. One angry insect, fed up, committed an assassination attempt that eventually led to the Segregation Act. See? After all, it all started when the so-called chicken police put the head of the Westler Empire on ice over some petty, little, private matter.
You know, that's kind of a loose and far-fetched hypothesis.
Oh, we haven't covered everything, but you know that in the big picture, we're perfectly right.
I'm beginning to feel like you're interrogating me and not the other way around.
Oh, please don't. We didn't mean to frighten you.
Then may I continue?
We are at your service.
So, it's the Golden Fang clan that's got you and your people in a tight spot. Am I right?
We're not saying they're responsible for the disappearances. But if it wasn't us, they seem the most likely choice.
I have to agree. Are you willing to talk about them?
To a certain extent, yes. As long as it doesn't harm our interests.
Okay, then let's continue the conversation in this vein.
Ja, das wird gerade sehr intensiv. Ich muss aber trotzdem einmal kurz rausgucken. Ich komme gleich wieder. So, weiter geht's. Das Gespräch ist doch deutlich intensiver als gedacht. So, ich könnte Clan für eine frische Leiche haben.
Why would the clan need a fresh corpse? What can they do with it?
Did you say fresh? How fresh?
Well, the last one was from yesterday. Why? What do you think?
If they were old carcasses, we'd be ignoring it. But fresh meat is a different matter.
Did you say meat?
Have you seen how many insects walk around the hive, missing limbs?
We've had the misfortune to see that, yes.
The Clawvillian gourmets pay fat little fortunes for fresh body parts.
To eat them?
Well, they're not going to put them on display. That's for sure.
So you think the clan sells fresh body parts on the black market?
That could be one reason for digging up bodies. But it could be something else entirely.
Which is?
We don't know, Mr. Featherland. You're the detective, not us. But we're sure you'll get to the bottom of it.
Werde ich das Gefühl nicht los, dass auch sie davon profitieren, sind nicht alles. Was glauben Sie, welches Ziel woher?
You really do see everything. What do you think the clan is playing for? And where do they get their resources?
For the clan, hiding in the hive was a great idea. But they cut themselves off from the rest of the city with it. So they must have connections or help from beyond the walls.
Another gang? Maybe they've teamed up with someone. The Black Scales. The Furies, maybe.
I don't think so, Mr. Featherland. All the criminal organizations in Clawville are different, but they all have one thing in common. They all want absolute power. That's why they don't really ally themselves with others.
What are you implying? Who can support them from beyond the walls?
Whose interest do you think it would be to aid and abet the clan and get them here? Whose interest is it for the hive to slowly bleed itself dry? For someone who has a problem with the very existence of it.
You mean...
Yes. Exactly, Mr. Featherland.
Sweet, furry, feathered heavens. You claim that the clan is funded by the crown?
We're not saying it is. But the city government is currently benefiting from the fact that the hive is getting on with its little infighting, instead of causing trouble on the big scale. You know, peace negotiations are coming.
Well, what does that have to do with the disappearance of a few bodies of ordinary citizens? Even if it's like you say, isn't that just more fuel for the fire?
It might be. Perhaps it's for a different purpose, Mr. Featherland. That detective, that private eye, who was working on this.
Private Eye?
Frank Castellini. Or, as many called him, half-armed Frank. Which we always thought was funny. Because he was only one arm short of 4.
Shit. Frank.
The fool was obsessed with pursuing Mick and the clan. He discovered something significant. Maybe he found out exactly where they were hiding. In any case, it certainly pissed off the monkey. Because Mick's got a big bounty on poor Frank's head.
That's bad. That's really bad. Well, thank you for telling me this.
We're surprised to say it ourselves. But we're glad we could help.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
Ja, was lernen wir daraus? Leg dich nicht mit Mick an.
So, Frank Castellini, right? We know him. In fact, I'd say we're friends.
We thought cops didn't like private eyes.
Frank's helped us out with a lot in the past. And in return, we'd turn a blind eye when he snooped where he shouldn't have.
There was a time when cooperation between animals and insects was commonplace.
I was just a chick then, Your Majesty. But my partner lived in the Hive's neighborhood for quite some time.
Oh, really?
It used to be a great neighborhood, man.
If this was meant to make us sympathize with you and your cause, you've succeeded. You see, we're old and sentimental. But we're something else, too.
Beautiful.
Thank you. But that's not what we meant. We're practical. Which means if you really want our help, you'll have to do something for us in return.
Seems like a fair offer. We're listening.
Frank was never a friend, nor an enemy. He's the kind of man who doesn't belong to either side. Always walking in the shades between them. But not so long ago, we had a quarrel. And he's taken something from us that's very dear to our hearts.
You want us to bring back this something?
Bring it back? No. We don't want it back. You won't be able to do that. Just tell us where it is. We'll take care of the rest.
You're being deliberately vague, am I right?
Sometimes it's best if you know exactly what you need to know. If you get the information we want, you can guarantee the Great Web will be on your side when you clash with the Golden Fang clan.
When, not if.
We have no doubt that if you follow the trail your friend Frank has set out on, it will eventually lead you to the clan's trap.
Okay, you got a deal. We'll meet again soon.
I look forward to it, detectives. But I'd hurry if I were you. Your friend Frank could be in serious trouble.
Furry hell. Frank. What has he got himself into?
Exactly what we're about to get ourselves into, partner. If you're ready.
What do you mean, ready? I'm always ready. In fact, I was born ready.
I don't mean that. I just mean, what's going on with you and Laura? There's enough shit going on. I don't want to stir up any more.
Cluck that. It's what you do best, Boss Bird. And let's keep it that way, okay? You drive, I follow, we get shot at, we survive, but just barely, and most importantly, we don't talk about personal shit. Deal?
You know, buddy, that's the best deal I ever heard.
Okay.
Now you're talking. Who do my eyes see?
The one and only Phil Marlowe. Private Hawkeye and professional boozer. What's this old featherhead doing here?
Looks like we're not the only lost fowl in the hive.
Not counting that weirdo pianist, of course.
Did we say hi?
Sure we do. I need to know what he's up to. He might even be in similar shoes to ours.
You think so? That would be almost like a crossover episode.
A what?
Yeah, never mind.
Oh no, I think I'm hallucinating.
You're not hallucinating, Phil. We're standing here in front of you, in all our feathered glory.
That's my clucking luck. Even in the hive, I can't get away from you two.
We're your living conscience, pal.
And what does my conscience tell me?
To stop drinking?
The pot calling the kettle black?
Fair enough.
Shut up, Marty. Not today.
I'll zip it.
So, are you on a little investigation?
What else would I be doing in the hive? Do I look like I belong here?
No. Actually, almost hurts to say it out loud, but you look pretty good.
Thanks, sweetheart. By the way, if you're so interested, there's a gang of dung beetles who broke into the local sewage treatment plant and stole some high-quality manure.
Is there such a thing as high-quality manure?
Son, if you only knew. Here, manure is sometimes worth as much as gold.
You know what? We don't need the details.
But I do.
And you? What are you doing here? Are you being teased by some hot she-cat?
Never again, Phil. Never again.
I can understand that. Well, make yourselves at home, if you can. They don't like our kind around here.
You don't say.
I'm surprised you still have feathers.
Yeah, it's a small miracle. Listen, Philmar, for someone who looks like shit...
How do I look so damn good?
Funny, but, something like that.
If you must know, I have a very rich and powerful benefactor. I get most of my cases from him.
So you're a paid private detective now? Or more like domestic detective?
Laugh if you want, but you'll never make as much dough as I do. And my caseload isn't that demanding.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just be careful, boys. I might come after you again.
What do you mean, again?
Oops, I talk too much. Leave me alone to drink and get lost.
Well, it's good to see you too, Phil. Are you here for an audience with the Queen?
I've already met her. But I got the impression she's not too keen on Clavillian private eyes sniffing around.
Yet she tolerates your presence.
It's that indelible charm of mine, Sonny. But how could you possibly know that?
Yeah, my kind of charm doesn't belong here.
Now get out of here, cluckers. I'm trying to work.
Looks like real hard work, Phil.
Martin.
I know, shut up. I'm used to it.
So... Okay, yeah.
Zip has lost something very dear to him. Have you heard anything about it?
Actually, it's a pretty rough story. Mick Goldfang ripped it off with his own hand.
That's what Zip was referring to, though he wouldn't go into details.
I don't blame him.
Any idea where we can find it?
You guys really want to get that thing back?
The old trash panda got us out of a lot of trouble over the years, and we did the same for him. Kind of a habit between us.
All I know is that Mick doesn't always keep it on him. But he does have a secret headquarters somewhere in the hive. So there's a good chance that's where the stray body part's gonna be.
Thanks, Phil. That sounds like an exceptionally useful tip.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Now you might as well cluck off.
Good evening to you, too.
One more thing, Sonny. What I said, you didn't hear it from me.
Stop treating us like day-old chicks, Phil. We never even met you.
That's the spirit. Good bird.
Sorry, Phil, but what's that thing on your neck?
This? It's called a scarf. In high society, it's worn wrapped around the neck or just thrown over the shoulder. It's great for keeping the neck warm, but it's also used as a fashion accessory.
I know what a scarf is, jackass. What's it doing on you? That's way too, delicate for you.
He was given to me by someone very important to me. Let that be enough.
Ah, so there's a girl involved.
I never said that.
Well, what then?
Will you get the cluck out of here already?
Okay, don't be so jumpy.
I think it's a nice scarf. Really.
Fuck off.
How come you're drinking so casually in the middle of the hive? We almost got hanged on the first lamppost when we got here.
Me too. But my client has pretty good connections here, so I've had a sort of license to fly.
Speaking of licenses, do you even have one? I mean, real, proper permission to enter the hive.
What? No, of course not. What do you take me for, an idiot?
Well, he's got a point.
I hope you didn't have too much of a struggle getting one.
Shut up, both of you.
Aye.
Listen, Phil. You know Frank Castellini.
Of course I know him. Everybody knows him around here. Why?
Well, I think he overreached himself a little and got into a tussle with the Golden Fang clan.
Well, rest in pieces, Frank. You were a great insect. Let's drink to that.
Don't be silly, Phil. He's still alive. At least we hope he is.
Ich
But
glaube
maybe
nicht so.
not for long. Heard anything from him?
I heard he had a case involving the closing of the textile factory, but that's all I know.
Yeah, we heard about that too. Strange. But thanks anyway.
I hope you find him still alive. He's a good guy.
Brutus.
Another tough kid who shouldn't be clucked with.
Hey, buddy. Change of outfit?
Huh? What the fuck are you clucking about?
Honestly, I don't mind you not having that ugly rifle.
What's the chick talking about?
Marty, he's not...
I think the suit's a bit much. Somehow, it's not for your kind.
What do you mean, not for my kind?
Marty, I think they're brothers.
Oh, so he and the guy upstairs are twins?
Well done, Marty. You deserve a cookie.
Sorry, good sir. We didn't mean to offend.
Will you get the cluck out of here?
On our way.
So, hey, Kakerlaken sehen alle gleich aus. Upsi.
So, you are two brothers, right?
Huh? What? Nah.
Well, then,
We are not two brothers. There are 72 of us.
That's quite a family.
your mom must have been a real angel.
What?
And tell me, big boy, do you all work in this line of work?
What line of work?
Well, you know, how can I say this?
He means, are you all criminals?
Do you really want to get beaten up that badly? What the hell are you, suicide chickens?
Funny, your brother asked the same thing.
Just get the clock out of here.
Pleasure talking to you.
Huh? Anything else?
Oh, no, nothing. We're going.
You know, it's ironic that you're here snooping around, investigating the clan.
Because...
A few years ago, when you brought down the Wessler Empire, everything that has happened is on you.
Sorry, but I don't quite get it.
We think you do, Mr. Featherland. You're not as bird-brained as you make out. Your heartbeat gives you away.
Look, Your Majesty, I have nothing to be ashamed of. We did what we had to do.
If the Whistler Empire hadn't collapsed, all those new gangs wouldn't have risen from the ashes. Gangs like the Clan, clamoring for power to this day, forcing the city back into the Dark Ages.
Wessler was a lunatic who needed to be stopped. That's the story. Mick is another psycho who's gonna be caught.
Hey.
Simple as that.
Is it really that simple?
Always is.
We can't decide if you're just saying that, or if you really believe what you say, which is quite rare.
I'm happy to be the exception that proves the rule, Your Majesty. I've got what I wanted. For now.
Okay. Ja, dann haben wir hier doch erstmal alles. Alles durch, würde ich sagen. So. Das dahin gespeichert. Und dann machen wir